Hello my friends, and welcome back to the Crooked Cauldrons YouTube channel. This is another Zodiac Tarot card reading for the collective, and we are covering the Aquarius season. I am your favorite village witch, and we're just gonna really hop right into it. We're talking about Aquarius, as I said. We're gonna do what we normally do. If you've seen my other videos, we're gonna go over some info about Aquarius. We're going to go over what the Aquarius season means. We're going to go over fun rituals and activities we can all do during Aquarius season. And we're going to take a look at what the season has in store for us. Again, this is a tarot card reading and oracle card reading for the collective. So really this is a generalized reading, you can say. Take what resonates with you. If something doesn't resonate, then it's not for you, and that's fine. This might not 100% again resonate with you. It might not. We'll see what happens, and that's perfectly fine. So, without any further ado, I'm going to get started. We're going to talk about Aquarius season, or Aquarius as the sign itself. The Aquarius season starts around January 20th and goes through February 18th. The sign itself is a masculine sign. The ruling planet is Uranus. That's the planet of originality, progress, and rebellion. It is a fixed sign, so that really means it has the overall qualities that Aquarius could have, or the traits for Aquarius is a stubborn, reliable, very strong-willed. And really, before I keep going, I really want to make sure it's understood that you don't have to have heavy or any Aquarius in your chart for this to relate to you. Even though it's a sign that people can have in their charts, whether it's their sun sign, moon sign, whatever, you don't have to have any Aquarius in your chart for this reading to be for you. This is about the Aquarius season and what's in store for us when it comes to this reading. So really, the Aquarius sign is really the overall theme of this reading. So the traits I'm listing off, the activities I'm listing off, you can do this and you can relate to it even if you don't have Aquarius in your chart. I just really want to make that clear. So don't click away if you're like, I don't have any Aquarius in my chart. Like, this isn't for me. Like, we could definitely have some messages for you. I myself have very little Aquarius in my chart. I believe what is it? I'm blanking now. I actually might have, no, my Uranus is in Capricorn. Oh, my Lilith is in Aquarius, so, but we're not going to get into that. I'm just using that as an example. You don't have to have Aquarius in your natal chart for this to be for you. So, again, more facts about Aquarius as a sign in the zodiac. The ruling house is the 11th house, which is the house of friendship, connections. I don't want to say so much relationships, that's a little bit more the Libra domain. Overall connections, personal connections, we'll say. Yeah, the element of Aquarius is an air sign. I like to compare Aquarius between the three air signs as kind of like a windstorm, because it's a very powerful sign, especially as a fixed sign. You know, it's very, as I said, strong-willed and a determined sign, and it's effective for the whole. Aquarius is very much about the collective, which I feel like is it's very fitting since we're doing a reading for the collective itself. This is very much under the domain of Aquarius. So again, element air, stones and crystals that could be good for Aquarius season, or if you have Aquarius in your chart. Labradorite is great, jade, garnet, amethyst. I believe amethyst is the birthstone, the traditional birthstone for Aquarius. I believe that's a February birthstone. So if you're a February Aquarius, then it's right there for you. Hematite is really great for Aquarius. It's very a healing and protective stone. Aquarius is very much kind of puts themselves out there. As I said, they're ruled by the friendship house. They're very much about the collective. So for protection reasons and for healing reasons, just putting yourself out there as an Aquarius, or using Aquarius energy to put yourself out there. Protective stones and protective and healing modalities are very, very important in that regard. The symbol is the water bearer, and it's because of that I think a lot of people tend to confuse an Aquarius with a water sign, but it's not. It's an air sign. The symbol happens to be a water bearer. Along with that, the tarot card that represents Aquarius the most is the star. It is in the traditional artwork of the tarot, Wider Waite Smith tarot. It is a water bearer that is the star card. So goes right hand in hand. Colors for Aquarius are very neon-ish electric colors, in blue, white, pale purples. Mantra for Aquarius, or the Aquarius season, is I renew. It's a very transformative sign. It's all about kind of reformation. If you are a magic practitioner, really great forms of magic to practice during the Aquarius season, or for just that Aquarius energy, is a lot of advocacy magic, social justice magic, collective magic, friendship magic, cord cutting magic could be really beneficial as a cleansing as a cleansing ritual for Aquarius season energy signs. The overall enlightened traits, a little bit lighter, a little more positive focused traits for Aquarius are inventive, altruistic, humanitarian, friendly, intelligent, spontaneous, dreamy, innovative, and hopeful. The more shadow qualities for Aquarius on the other end of the spectrum, as I like to say, Aquarius on a bad day, are unbalanced, detached, idealistic, stubborn, erratic, scatterbrained, or tunnel visioned. So these are kind of traits you can either embrace, enlightened or shadow, embrace or work on if you relate to any of these traits. So now moving on, what we're going to do is we're going to go through some rituals that we can do throughout Aquarius season to really embrace that energy. You can watch a documentary. Again, very very focused on causes and issues out in the world. Watching a documentary is a great way to kind of immerse yourself in that collective world. Honestly, socialize, just simple socializing. As I said, they're ruled by friendship. They're all about the people. Aquarius season and Aquarius energy. So socializing, getting out there, is a really great way to embrace the Aquarius season. Any sort of breaking away from the norm or your usual routine is really, really great. That's right on track with Aquarius energy. Speaking your truth. Obviously, it's great to speak your truth anytime, but it's a really great idea to speak your truth during Aquarius season. It will really be aligned and very beneficial. You can attend a rally for a cause you really believe in, kind of a step further than just watching like a documentary or educating yourself. You can attend some sort of event or rally, as I said, for a cause you believe in. You can make a list of things you accept about yourself. Aquarius is all about embracing yourself, embracing your originality, even though they're about the collective a lot of times. Uranus is also the planet of originality and individualism. So there's a little bit of polarity there with Aquarius, but it really works because it can create a lot of balance. It could create a lot of imbalance if you're not careful with this Aquarius energy. But really you want to make sure that you practice acceptance and embrace the traits about yourself. You can also practice a group healing method. Again, both individuality, both about the collective. Group healing, individual healing itself is a really great ritual for Aquarius season and embracing that Aquarius energy. Okay, let me get a sip of water before we continue. I'm just getting over being a little sick, so don't mind my throat clearing and all that fun stuff. All right, so we have these cards laid out, pre-shuffled and everything, so we're going to hop right into this. So these ones came out at the same time. We have the King of Cups and 10 of Wands in reverse, which love to see that. We have the 9 of Cups here. Love it, love it, love it. 4 of Coins in reverse, which are pentacles in this deck. We have the 2 of Wands in reverse. And we have the Knave of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. We have the Ace of Coins in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Very, very interesting. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is an overall theme for the Aquarius season is coming into alignment with our emotions and really taking a good look at the hardships that we need to let go of or possibly just come to terms with, I'm hearing. For this Aquarius season, it's a good time to look inward to your emotions and outward to see how these two aspects of our lives are really connected with each other, if that makes sense. Sorry, as I channel, sometimes the words are a little hard to find, but we're doing our best here. That's all we can ask for. Our inward life and our outward life can really come together during this Aquarius season, which would better the collective as a whole, which would better ourselves as the one, right? So we're really coming into our own here during Aquarius season. And I think that's really going to lead us into this 9 of Cups energy, which 9 of Cups is essentially our wish fulfilled, right? So something you're wanting to accomplish or really, I'm hearing just coming into our own this Aquarius season. There's a lot of optimism coming in as we start to align with our emotions and how our emotions affect our outer life. And as we really start to do away with our hardships that we're possibly just putting on ourselves. Of course, there are some things that we can't control, and that's what we have to learn to accept during this Aquarius season. But the things that are in our control, the things that we can let go of, now is a really great time to confront those and let them go. And just confront and embrace. I'm hearing a lot for this overall theme of the season. And again, it's really going to allow us to enter a new phase of optimism. It's going to allow us to... I want to be careful with these words that I'm hearing. I'm hearing kind of break away from a depression. Now, I am not a doctor of any sort. I'm not a medical practitioner of any sort. So I want to be careful using the word depression, using a true disease here. But for those of you that need to hear it, this practice of confronting what's in our control and letting it go and accepting what's out of our control can help us with sadness, lack of motivation, and again, just a depression. Take all this with a grain of salt, of course, as with any reading from anyone. Grain of salt. Again, I just want to be very careful using the words. I try not to use illnesses very much in my readings because I'm, again, not a medical practitioner. So grain of salt, we can really start to break away from a sadness that might be holding onto us. Yeah. And again, as Aquarius season is, or Aquarius, the sign itself, is all about breaking free of the norm, kind of breaking free of routine. We can really start to think outside of the box during this season and really be supported by that Aquarius energy, is supported by the universe because it's all in tandem, right? So I think a great way as we're working through these emotions, as we're working through what we need to just let go of or accept, we can learn to think outside of the box. And just by breaking out of our routine, I really think this 4 coins in reverse is telling us to break out of our normal routine just a little bit. You don't need to do anything drastic, anything like that, but breaking out of the routine of just feeling defeated by our obstacles is going to help us greatly during this Aquarius season. And I think when it comes to these emotions that this King of Cups is kind of representing, I don't know if who knows this and who doesn't, but there's a common practice or belief within psychology that I've learned from my therapist. It's a cognitive behavioral therapy, I'll just say belief or knowing or practice. I really don't know the correct words because I'm not a medical practitioner. Interrupting, say, intrusive thoughts or negative thoughts, interrupting them and challenging them is a great way to break out of those neural pathways and create new neural pathways to basically feeling a little bit better emotionally. And I believe that's kind of what we're talking about when it comes to breaking out of the box, breaking our routine, breaking out of our comfort zone a little bit, to just gently start challenging those intrusive thoughts, again, negative thoughts that kind of enter our emotions, enter our brain. Try to think of a decent example here. If you believe that you're not, smart enough to go back to school or something like that, you tell yourself, hey, I don't think I can do this, I'm not smart enough. When those thoughts come up, you can be like, hey, maybe I am smart enough. Maybe, just maybe, I'm incorrect in thinking that way. That then, instead of the idea of returning to school automatically brings about that negative emotion of I'm not smart enough, you can then break away from that. If you interrupt it, if you challenge it a little bit, you don't have to do nothing too drastic here, but just gently challenging yourself, gently getting out of the comfort zone of automatically believing that you maybe can't do something or you're not good enough to do something or good at something in particular. I hope that all makes sense. So yeah, I think breaking out of the box a little bit from our own head, from our own emotions, can really start to bring about this good stuff. Letting go of what just doesn't serve us anymore, what isn't ours to hold on to anymore, and to really lighten up our emotions. So let's move on to this Two of Wands here. Since I said, you know, we know that Aquarius is all about friendships. And so this is a great time this season to, as I said before, socialize, to connect with people on a personal level. And it's a really great time to try to find like-minded people. So let's say, and a great way to do that, from what we're getting here, is to, again, probably breaking out of the comfort zone. We can find like-minded people by finally letting go of procrastination in some way. Maybe you've been putting off hanging out with your friends. Maybe you're putting off networking with people. Maybe you're putting off something. Like there's a procrastination going on here. And if we start to kind of get our motivation back, which I believe would happen with this Nine of Cups energy, as we start to break free of the negative thoughts cycling, as the Four of Coins in reverse is telling us to do. Yeah, because it feels like negative emotions are keeping us from moving forward in our social relationships. Is what I'm hearing. So yeah, you kind of just want to open up those channels of communication with people, you know, whether that's friends or family, acquaintances, co-workers, something like that, however that pertains to you. You just really want to get that ball rolling. And I think you'll be surprised at how many, or at least not by quantity, but by quality, the like-minded people that can come into your life and the healthy relationships that can come forth if you start to find that motivation again to connect with people. And I think we can really start to embrace personal traits and celebrate them. You want to celebrate the sweetness of your personality, of our personalities, the friendliness of our personalities, and being friendly with others and being friendly with yourself. You want to celebrate yourself and other people as well during this season. That's a really great way to embrace yourself as an individual and as a part of the whole, right? So you want to follow your intuition during this Aquarius season. You want to celebrate your intuition, celebrate your instincts, their gut feelings, and learn to embrace them a little bit. You can do this through gentle practices. This isn't a time to bombard yourself. There's a lot of self-exploration, especially with this King of Cups and Ten of Wands in reverse. So you want to be gentle with yourself, but you want to just keep going. And you can keep going by trying to break out of the norm, breaking out of your routines, pushing yourself just a little bit, by challenging those negative thoughts, those negative emotions. Because there's a gentleness within everyone. Some people have stronger, gentle qualities than others. Some people, their gentleness is a little bit more subtle. If that makes sense. Strong gentleness and subtle gentleness, but stay with me here. But this is a time to embrace it. This is a time to just embrace subtleties and gentleness and sweetness, sensitivities. This is a time to explore the self in order to become a stronger part of the whole, of the collective. You have to start with yourself and celebrate yourself before you can really celebrate others. So that's really where we want to start here during this Aquarius season. With this Ace of Coins in reverse, I think doing all of this will really bring about more opportunities for us. It'll really allow us to move forward with a bit of happiness and kind of let go of, and really hearing that it's going to help us let go of some losses we've experienced, maybe grievances we've experienced. So I think now is just really a good time to look within ourselves and without ourselves and our outer experiences, and see what needs breaking out of the norm, see what needs to be kind of pushed gently in the right direction. There is a lot of gentleness going on here. You have a lot of Cups energy, mostly Cups energy, with some fire. We have to put a little bit of a fire under our butts. But the journey can be gentle. You just have to push yourself a little bit here. And I think this will really bring us into our own selves, our own originality. Yeah, okay. So with that, we're gonna do 2 more cards out of these Oracle cards. As I said, the ruling planet of Aquarius is Uranus, however it's supposed to be freaking said. We're gonna get a message from Uranus, some advice for the Aquarius season for the collective, and then we're just gonna get a final message from Spirit, from the universe, see what they want to tell us. So let's see here, some advice for the collective from Uranus, please. This card wants to come out. Hey, look at that, we have stubbornness. And last message, one last message for the collective for this Aquarius season, please. Last message for the Aquarius season, please. Do that. Okay, we have holographic healing. Now this is the Galactic Heritage cards Oracle deck. Oops, this just fell out, so we're gonna take it. Equal value philosophy, and these are all Pleiades. If you're at all familiar with star seeds and all that, we're not going to really get into it, but this is a great deck for that. Oh look, we have 86 and 87 here, so there's a lot of progress coming for us. With unfinished business, the bottom of the deck, felt called for that from the serious cards. Unfinished business, interesting. Okay, but what I am going to do is do some reading from the book on these. So what we had, advice from Uranus, which was 40. Oh, perfect. Okay. There is a little bit of long here, but okay, I'm just going to read just a little bit here. This message relates to having a fixed idea of how things should be and trying to force reality to fit that picture. This was a strong trait in the ancient Palladian culture, which created many problems in their civilization. Some of us still carry this habitual pattern. Take a look at the situation you want changed. Be honest and see if you are trying to force a reality that doesn't exist in the now. Be truthful. In order to make change, we first must fully accept and relax with the situation as it is. Only then will things change in a natural way. So really, I think the stubbornness card is really talking about, or really reiterating what the King of Cups and the Ten of Wands in reverse was trying to tell us, right? You really just want to take a look at what's not working anymore. And you can do that by breaking out of the norm, this Four of Coins. So I think Uranus is kind of just reiterating all that we just said, right? So I mean, I think that's a pretty clear message in and of itself. I think I might just let that be what it is. Let's see, let's look at 87 for final messages. Holographic healing. Palladians recognize that all consciousness is holographic. When one part of the hologram is influenced, so is the whole. What we've been talking about, individuals and the whole, right? Just saying. And that is the foundation of Palladian healing methods. True healing for humans, physical and mental and emotional, adheres to this principle too. When we influence one part of our beingness, the whole is affected. This card encourages you to see your life experience holographically rather than as a series of separate events. Healing in the now or in past lives affects the whole you. So each step you take toward your healing now will affect the entire hologram of your experience. I mean, individual healing for group healing. That's really kind of what Aquarius season tells us is a great thing to do, right? It's one of the rituals we talked about. Looking at yourself as an individual will help you identify yourself within the whole as well. So there's really nothing that's separate, but we can still embrace our individuality. Ooh, I love that. That's so good. Again, that's one of the reasons why I love this deck so much. The messages themselves are so self-explanatory, I feel, and so straightforward in a way that, I mean, there's not a whole lot of extra explaining that needs happening. I'm going to give this one a quick read too. I feel like this is just one of the final messages as well. So, equal value philosophy. Humans have gotten used to polarity and inequality. However, the Palladian philosophy of equal value sees all things as equal, such as gold and a stone. When they exchange with others, they do so from a place of equality, and the exchange becomes one from the heart rather than for profit or gain. This card asks you to examine your emotions, King of Cups here. This card asks you to examine your emotions about the fear of not having enough, the issue of fairness, the difference between wants and needs, and always wanting more. Equality of all things is a universal principle, but we must first heal our fear of lack before we can fully embrace this principle. So yeah, we have to look inward first and look at our outer world as well to see what is lining up and what isn't anymore. You have to treat your inner world and outer world equally. You treat your individuality and the collective equally. I feel like that makes sense for me. I hope it makes sense for you guys too. Obviously leave something down in the comments if you have something to add or questions or anything like that. But I feel like that is pretty self-explanatory for this. Okay. What are we gonna do now? We're gonna pick some runes, some final messages, right? If you've watched my other videos, you know I do not try to pronounce these runes. They're Norse runes. I have not educated myself enough to even attempt to to try to butcher this wonderful, wonderful language. So we're just going to pull out 3 stones, 3 runes to see just some other overarching themes here. All right. First one. Can you see that on camera? Yeah. Oh, we got 2. Second one. And the third. I believe this one has come up in the last, in the Capricorn reading as well. I could be wrong, but all right, I need to look up these meanings as well. Give me 1 second. Okay, so really we had this one in Capricorn and this one as well, which this one represents a gift and this represents a message. So really the universe is telling us that it's sending us messages, that we have things to be grateful for, that we have gifts coming, we have good things coming to us. So really, now is the time to really listen and embrace what we're being given to from the universe. And this one is all about harvest. So, end of a cycle, new beginnings, good things coming. Really, if we just allow the universe to take us with it when it comes to the messages they're trying to send us, we can put to rest the things that no longer serve us. We can embrace the things that are coming. And I think starting inward and examining our outer world as well can bring us these messages, bring us these gifts, and close this cycle that we no longer need anymore, and begin to move forward with this really amazing optimism, with this really amazing healing. And we can just let go of just what we don't need to carry anymore. And really, I think that's really all that needs to be said about it. So there will be a straight onward photo of these, and it'll show the symbols of the runes a little bit better at the end of this video. So make sure you watch to see all these a little bit better up close. If this resonated with you, if you have any questions, any comments, just leave them down below. I would love it if you liked and subscribed and saved this video. That would be amazing. It really helps my channel. I try to post at least once a month for these zodiac readings, but be on the lookout for everything else, okay? So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you.